Hey everyone, welcome to Sam's Sports Corner episode 48. Just trying a couple fun things out. Just as a reminder to everyone, I'm going to do this once a week, usually Mondays, sometimes at the latest, like today, it's going to be on Tuesdays. But it's going to be a weekly thing. We're going to talk all the sports we can. I'm going to try and cover everything I can. Right now we're in the off season, so we get a bunch of weird little stories during the high season of football and baseball and hockey starting back up. We might go to a couple videos a week just to try and cover everything. But for right now, with NFL being back, because preseason camps have started and the Hall of Fame game starts this Thursday. So my two early takes. These are my way too early takes on the football season, and we'll see how they pan out. Number one, the Bears are making the playoffs. I have a lot of faith in Matt Nagy and a young offense that we've created there. I think it's going to be high power, and I think the defense is really going to continue what they've been improving on. So I'm going to say the Bears are going to make the playoffs. The next one, you're going to tell me I'm smoking crack. I must have got it from Jarvis Landry. I'm probably not smoking as much as he is, saying the Browns are going to make the Super Bowl or win it. I'm going to say the Browns are going to make the playoffs. Go ahead, throw your hate, but Bears and Browns will make the playoffs this year. And my last way too early take is Chad Kelly, old swag himself, the machine gun, is going to start for the Broncos. He was the first one on the field the other day at the Broncos camp, and the crowd went nuts. He's slinging the ball, and he's doing well, and he's going to take that starting job, and I think within the next 3 years take them to the playoffs. So those are my way too early takes. Next, we're going to talk a little baseball. The trade deadline is right around the corner, like tonight, and the Nationals have announced that Bryce Harper is available for trade, which makes no sense. They're actually like a contender to possibly be in the playoffs, and they're talking about trading one of their superstars. Here's why. They know he's gone at the offseason because his contract's up, and everybody in the world knows he's going to the Cubs, so they want to try and get something for him. But that's the exact reason no one is going to take him. He's in a down year right now. He's currently hitting an average 220 and a OPS of 842. His average batting is 277 for his career. Last year at this point, he was at a 319. And his OPS was over 1,000 at this point in the season. So he's definitely having a down year. So who is going to trade legitimate assets to a ball club for a player who's only going to be rented for half a season, who's having a down year? The Cubs did it a couple years ago to get Aroldis Chapman, but Aroldis Chapman was a stud, was a key piece in helping us win the World Series. Bryce Harper is a hitter who's currently not hitting well. It doesn't make sense why anyone in their right mind would trade for him. A lot of people from the Cubs are saying, oh, trade for him. No, we're going to get him in the offseason. There's no point in giving up actual pieces to get this guy. He's coming to the Cubs, and the fact that anybody who trades for him is an actual idiot. Their GM should be fired on the spot because they don't understand how baseball works. Because Bryce Harper's coming to the Cubs. There's no point in giving up assets to rent him for half a season when he's having a down year. No sense. All right, next we're going to hit something we haven't hit for a while. It's the baby of the week. That horrendous sound. Dez Bryant. Come on, take a bow. Get the tit out of your mouth, Dez Bryant. Okay, so Dez Bryant took to Twitter the other day after being criticized on a sports show, like they do against every athlete on every sports show ever. But he took offense to it, and instead of, being a man and letting it roll off his shoulders or, going on the show and addressing what they brought up, dude takes to Twitter. He starts blowing up on everybody. He attacks Jerry Jones, says he's clueless. Attacks teammate Sean Lee and says he's a snake and he's the one who got him fired. Like linebacker Sean Lee has any control over personnel moves at the Dallas Cowboys front office. It's outrageous. Sean Lee responded and was like, hey man, why don't you take a little bit of responsibility for your actions? This is why no one really wants you on the team. Because he's a crybaby. He was attacking fans. He was attacking coaches. It's everybody's fault but Dez Bryant's, because he's a big old titty baby. He took to Twitter like a preteen. It was such beta male bullshit. I think, being such a beta male that Dez Bryant is, apparently being such a crybaby, I want to know how many times his wife cucked him with Sean Lee, because that's what this is. That's what this is about. It has to be, because there's no way that Sean Lee had anything to do with him being fired. So maybe Des Bryant's wife cucked him because he's such a beta male. That's the only thing I can figure, because that was some crybaby bullshit. He needs to get over, and if you act like a real man so he can get picked up by a team, because he's a decent player, he just needs to take responsibility like an adult. And the last thing I want to talk about, charity that's kind of big here. It's called the Fifth Squad, and they're a veteran-run charity, and they support children's hospitals and other veteran needs and stuff like that. So check them out on Facebook, the Fifth Squad, and see if there's anything you could do to help or to donate to help some veterans and some kids. Good seeing you, and I'll see you next week.